Another great point that was made in the book is the plateau of latent potential. So this is where you as a leader may feel frustrated that you're putting in the effort, you're putting in the work, but you're not seeing any results. This is the plateau of latent potential. Just like sometimes we're working out or we're doing something else, they said it takes about 6 weeks of consistently working out for us as the individual to start seeing gains. And it will take about 12 weeks for other people around you that know you to start noticing those gains. So we can't look at getting discouraged because we're not seeing those gains. You want to just be consistent and make it part of kind of who you are. This is how you operate. Instead of saying I'm working out maybe to get this gain, I work out because this is part of who I am. I'm a good manager. I'm a good leader. I motivate my team. I maximize the time we spend in meetings because that's how I lead, not necessarily because it's a means to an end in that moment. Because when we look at it from that perspective, this is where we can kind of fizzle out, get discouraged, and then we kind of slide back into our previous habits. So always have the expectation that you will experience those plateaus where you will not see the gains, but trust because it's been proven that you will get those gains. In the book, he notes the British cycling team and said that they had only won maybe one Olympic gold up to this point. I think it was 2003. And they hired a coach, someone that was able to take them through a whole nother process. And this is where they began with the aggregation of marginal gains, that 1%. So this new coach now came in and said, okay, we're going to look for all the areas where we can make a 1% improvement, just 1%. We're not going to throw out the whole system. We're going to look to see where can we improve just 1% margin. So they looked at the bedding that they had, the mattress, the pillows that they slept on so they could get better sleep. They looked at their outfit and the fabric they were made from and tested them in wind tunnels to see how can we streamline their speed. They looked at the seats on the bikes. How can we make them more comfortable when they're riding? They put rubbing alcohol on the tires for better traction. There were so many things that they did, just small things, that over time, by the next Olympics in 2008, it said that they won 60% of the gold medals, 60% from ever in their entire history of the club, only having ever gotten one. Now they had 60% from 2003, what was it, 2008, because they made these incremental adjustments. And then from when they went on to what the next one was, 2012, they set countless records. They said it was the best that they've ever seen from any group in improvements. You can read about it in Atomic Habits. Just amazing results. So when we're looking at these small adjustments and thinking that it's not really going to add up to anything, it's going to add up to your organization, you and your organization achieving results that will blow your mind. That will blow your mind. We're too often looking for the big leaps and bounds. We want dramatic returns. We want to say or do one thing, have a meeting, and we expect some transformation in the organization. But that's not the reality. And those are the type of things that sometimes when we're pushing from leadership, that we miss the people that are the boots on the ground that are actually between us and our client. And then the product is slowed down or the quality is down, or you're constantly hiring new people because they're so burnt out that they're quitting. You're losing good talent. The cost of turnover is astronomical. It's something that we want to look at and say, how can you improve? Remember, it's just 1% on a given area. And we're consistently making those improvements. So we can all learn to communicate better. We can all learn to kind of be more patient, be better listeners, be more empathetic, can be more encouraging, can, look at our process and our business cycle and say, how can we streamline this and make it just 1% better? How can we make this product or service 1% better? And we're constantly doing that. And then having buy-in from the teams and the groups because they're at the table helping to develop that 1% process. Now, the transformation, not just of your products and service, that's going to come, but through the employees and the organization that you're running. So we want to remember, we can't jump over the employees to get to a great product or service. We have to utilize, and it's the employees that we have that are going to enable us to get those gains and that growth, and for your product and service to become one of the best in the world. So adapting this 1% leadership mindset is going to transform you, transform your business.